Okay, so now that I have my track, which is nicely played, I still feel that I want to add some variation. I want to work on automations. So, and I also want to work slightly better on some of the elements of the song. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the automation, which is one of the most important things in Ableton Live. So the automation, as we saw in the previous video, it's these things. So if I want to record this again, because I don't like it, I can redo it. So Ableton let me redo this. So by pressing this plus button, will allow me to rewrite the automation on top of this. So I go here with the mouse, I press click, so I'm gonna press record. So you see, it's overwriting the automation. And I want to make the automation going like this, open the filter before the kick starts. And then come back to the filter down. Some sort of, and then, I can automate everything else, And I can automate my entire song so that it's gonna be more, less robotic, less repetitive, there is more variation, it's more cool, it's better. I want to add some space. See, now there are more things happening in the bassline. So there is a reverb inside, there is a delay inside this synthesizer. And the sounds becomes more interesting in that way. Maybe a bit too much crazy, but you get the idea. Okay, so I record the automation of the bass now. And also, if you remember in the previous video, I also automated the volume. This is the volume of the channel that is going down. So let's say that I don't like the way it's going down because it's too much harsh. So I will delete the automation. So to delete the automation, you go to with the right click, delete automation. Now it's a 0. There is no value, so I need to go back to 0 where it was before. And well, you can also write 0. Another way that you can do an automation, you can also, when you go to the mouse on the line of the automation, you see that now it's dotted, but when you go here, it's becoming one entire line. And I can click here, and I put a sort of target point, and I click here. So what I will do, I will lower the volume of the bass from here, and I can also, start in here. So let's see how it plays, and keep look on the volume here. It's going down. I can put another click here, and another one here, and another one here. So I can draw the automation like this if I want to. Or another things that you can do is by zooming in, you activate the draw symbol, and I can draw the automation as well. So you can program automation in 3 different ways. I prefer always to program automation by recording live, but there will be times where you will need to do it in a different way. So let's do like this now. Now, another thing that I want to do is I want to modify inside the clip here. I feel like, for example, that from this baseline to here, I want to remove this part by removing just the kick drum. So what I will do, instead of going to the no clip kick and place it here, which I could do, I can do one thing. I can grab those two, and I can split, sorry, I can split these things, which is going to be divided, because it means that inside here, I can do some modification that won't be affected here. So let's say that I want to remove the kick in this part here. So you see that now this kick is missing. So I wanted to do this kind of small modification. You can modify the structure of the element of the drum rack by doing these things. For example, here I want to, in this part here, I want just to remove the hi-hat. So I split here. You can do this by Control E or Command E with the Macintosh. I go just here. I go to my element, and I will remove the closed hi-hat. And let's say that in this part, which is the main part of the track, I want to add an element of the drum, which is not previously written. I want to add this kind of rim shot. Okay, so I can just do like this. So from here, I'm going to have a rim shot. And here I want to split and I want to remove it. So you can do this kind of, it's not an automation, but you are modifying the clip in the arrangement view, which can be very useful when you're writing, when you are doing this, the actual songwriting. Okay, so another thing that I want to do, I want to automate in the piano the return signal, which I didn't explain yet properly how the return signal works. So I'm gonna solo the piano now, and I'm gonna playing on this loop. So the return signal, those one here, when I turn this on, this reverb will be on, which I can see here. When I will open this, the delay here will be open. So the return effect, or also called aux channel, are additional extra channel where I can send the signal of each channel into them without needing of adding effect in my channel. So in my piano, I want to play the melody, and I want to open the melody and assign it to a reverb. You see the sound became much more ethereal, much more open, and that's because I open the signal to go here. So if I press solo here, this is the reverbed signal of the piano without the original piano sounding. And if I open a delay, this is the delay signal only without the original piano. But if I press solo here, I will hear also the piano. So I can automate these things exactly the same way I automated the bass line. So I press play, record, and these things and these things are the equivalent of these things and these things. So I just open the reverb and open. And then I can close it again. And then we have our volume going down. So this is how to work with the automation and how to make micro changes inside the clips in the arrangement view.